All right. Well, watching or anybody who hops in, I will be planting, I will be propagating some cuttings of Fritonia today to use for my upcoming real life projects, not some stuff on YouTube. So follow along, watch, take notes, whatever you'd like to do. I'm going to start by filling this tray with soil. Just using my terrarium mix because it works very well. We'll remove any larger pieces of debris as we go. Go ahead and smooth this out and see how much more we need. Just have to take off some of the larger pieces of sphagnum moss. Finding chunks of wood in your soil, it's always fun. Good morning to those who are chiming in. Just getting ready to get some cuttings propagated here. This little seed starter kit that I bought that works really well for propagating little plants. Just trying to remove some of the larger debris. It's all excess on top. All right, looking good, looking good. I don't know how to see if anybody commented or not, but anybody there, say hi if you feel like it. All right, now we're just gonna give it a quick little mist down, just so it's not super dry. I don't want it super wet yet. That's what she said. Ah. And we're just gonna create a little cavity for some cuttings. See that? All right, now onto the starter. I'm gonna go ahead and get some cuttings off this guy. So when I make my cuttings, I like to go a couple leaf nodes in, Right? See that? And then I'm going to remove the bottom two. Just like that. To give it somewhere to stick in the soil. Just like that. And then we're just going to fill that in around it. Right. Actually, maybe we don't need these holes for these. Because these are shorter. We want more contact for root growth. All right, let's take a couple more trimmings. Hi, Nate Can Cook. Thank you for commenting. Hope you're having a good day so far on this beautiful Saturday morning. Let's take another one. Again, same thing. Oh, Nicholas Barnes says hi. Oh, Jay Steyer. Morning, everybody. Awesome. So I'm just going to cut off the bottom two leaves on this one as well. Just off to the side, sorry. There we go. So again, we remove the bottom two leaves to give it this stem. And I'm just going to go ahead and push that right down into the soil. Don't want the leaf folded over like that. There we go. We're going to just push it down in. Perfect. Oh, bumping the camera. Sorry. Oh, somebody gave me a like. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. So we've got two in. Let's get another, shall we? Going down just a little bit. Snip. We'll take that. And one more cutting. So I am propagating this Fritonia plant that I have for more smaller plants because I'm actually getting ready to do a instructional class at a local brewery on how to build your own terrarium. So I'm trying to propagate some of the plants that I have so I can supply those for the people that are coming to it. All right, that's 3 in. Did that answer your question, Nate? Let's get this in. Let's get another one. Oh, I like this one right here. Perfect. Same thing. Just a quick little snip, snip. So you can see, right, just the stem there. Just want to give it some place to root from without causing leaf rot. And we're just going to shove that in there. All right, let's give them a little mist. Just help set the soil a little bit. All right, looking good. Looking good. Got a couple more we can do off this little plant here. Oh, there goes a flying leaf. It's all right. Message retracted. What does that mean? What happened? Anybody know that if I just take a leaf like this and stick it in the soil, will it grow? You know what? Let's find out. All right? That's what this whole channel is about. Discovering and experimenting. Now, my technique here where I leave this little bit of stem. I've had it work successfully in terrariums multiple times so far, which is why I'm doing it this way. But I've never attempted to propagate the Fritonia from a single leaf. So we'll see what happens with that guy. Don't have high hopes, but certainly can be fun to find out. All right. Let's get another cutting in there. This one has a nice long stem. Big distance in between the first couple leaves on this one, so it's got a nice long stem to root from. A little bit more leaf growth on top than I would like, because it's going to need water, all these leaves. It's going to pull moisture, but I don't want to cut it back any further. All right, so far, got 6 little plants going. We'll see how they do. I'm going to take a break from the Fritonia for now, see what's left. Still kind of looks like a great little plant, right? Can barely even tell we butchered the hell out of it. All right. Next, let's see. All right, this will be the next guy that we split up here. This is one of my new favorite plants to use in the terrariums because of the way they look. I love the green, white, and pink leaves. So we're going to go ahead and take a couple cuttings of this guy. This one's a little less picky. I can literally cut it anywhere, right? We're just going to remove the bottom couple leaves so they don't rot in the soil. Right, now we have this guy. It's a little long. Let's just trim that a little bit. Okay. Now we've got this guy, right? And he's going to go right in. This is where this guy helps. We need to go deep down in there, and then we're going to just bury him back up. Perfect. Anybody out there watching that can comment if they know what kind of plant this is? All right, this is a double piece here. I'm going to use this twice. This plant's really cool. It loves to root. I have this plant root mid-air. I'll show you in my other. I think we're going to take this guy and split him right in the middle, right? Makes the most sense to me. And then we're just going to remove the lower leaves like we have on previous ones. All right. A little hole. All right. So good so far. Working out well here. All right, and then the same thing on this little guy. We're just gonna remove these bottom couple leaves nice and gently, because leaf rot will kill a plant you're trying to propagate. I'm gonna put that in there. And now we have 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let's keep going, shall we? Oh, Cushy, welcome. Thank you for commenting. So, Cushy, I started with propagating. Yeah. All right. So I started propagating this Fritonia plant. All right. This is where I started. That's these first 6, plus this individual leaf that I'm just experimenting to see if it'll root. And then we have this guy, which I'm propagating at the moment and currently do not remember the name of. So if anybody knows what this is or what kind of plant this is, feel free to let everyone else know so I don't have to look it up. All right, let's get a couple more cuttings. Same thing, just removing a couple leaves. Definitely not a rose. You're right about that. Certainly not a rose. These are my terrarium plants, and roses would not do well. All right. We got that down in the hole. Let's pack the soil back in so it's got good contact. A little spritz. All right, that's 4. So let's keep going, because I need a whole lot of these. All right. Oh, I got a second thumbs up. Thank you very much for whoever that was from. I wish it told me, but it doesn't. So thank you. I'm gonna take a cutting. There we go. Got a couple out of this cutting here. So this is good. Remove my lower leaves. Yes, so this is definitely how you clone plants. You take cuttings, right? But not every plant can be propagated from a cutting. It definitely depends on the species of plant. This guy that I'm using now, it is just a prolific self propagator. Here, I'll show you actually real quick as I get ready to throw this one in. So right here on this guy, I don't know if you can see it. There's this little white node right there. That's the beginning of a root popping out of the side of the stem there. All right, so these guys throw roots all over the place, which is why I can just stick their stems right in the soil and know that it's going to grow. But not every plant will do that. We got that guy in there. And we're just going to pack it in a little bit so he stands up. Actually, this guy was a little loose, so let's give him a little extra soil, shall we? All right. Psst, psst. All right. Oh, another like. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Let's get a couple more cut. Oh, this piece right here. We could definitely use this piece. See this? The chunk of stem right there is going to be a good source of power for this guy to start rooting quickly. So again, we're just removing the lower leaves so it doesn't rot. And I'm just going to stick this right in there. Okay. Oh, it's kind of hard to see. Let me bring this down here real quick. All right, so see what we're working with here. Trying to do it up high so I could show everybody what I was doing, but I guess it kind of makes more sense to be able to see the actual plants. So we're going to take another cutting here. This guy's asking for it. Alright, also this is great to show you guys how this plant grows. So I'm holding a singular stem here, and you can see not one, not two, not three, but 4 offshoots that can all be cut and made into separate plants. No, so I don't have a greenhouse. I actually live in a townhouse, and I'm going to be using this seed starting tray. Here, I have another one right here for you to see. Right? So I'm going to use this with its grow lights here on my table to kind of propagate these plants for my terrariums. Someone had asked me earlier why I was doing this, and I am starting I have a small business, and I'm going to be doing some stuff locally at one of the breweries where I'm going to be instructing how to build your own terrarium class. And I would like to be able to provide the plants without it costing me any extra. So here I am propagating the ones that I have, or cloning, as you said. So that way I don't have to spend a shit ton on them. Sorry, I don't know if I'm supposed to watch my language or not, YouTube. All right, let's see. I think if I cut this here, there's one. One plant. If I cut it right there, we get a second plant. I don't know how to lock my focus. It keeps focusing on my hands. Sorry, guys. I want you to see what I'm doing. And then we're going to split this guy literally in half. Right there. Perfect. Just remove this lower leaf. Oh, damn. I just ripped off the part of the stem that I wanted to keep. All right. No more ripping off leaves. We're going to cut them off from now on. Tissue culture. What do you mean by tissue culture? For what? Are you talking about like starting seeds in a wet napkin? What do you mean? That's called germination. You are right. No, so another way to clone plants. Interesting. I would have to look into it because I have not heard of it. One of the coolest ways I've ever cloned anything was actually I got a part of a willow tree that I had in my yard. I was able to peel off the bark and wrap it, and it started to root on the branch, and I was able to just cut the branch and put it in the soil, like behind the roots. That was pretty cool. Just doing a quick little cleanup before I get back to it, guys. Sorry. Try and keep my workspace slightly clean. Let's see. I want to do one more row. I want to finish this row and then do one more. Okay, those got to come off. No problem. All right. Tissue culture. All right. No, I'll have to keep, like I said, I'll have to do a little research when I'm done with this video because I'm live streaming from my phone right now, so I can't really look anything up. This one just feels empty. So yes, in my terrariums, I did start putting in, well, not insects technically, right? Isopods are not insects. I also put springtails in them. I purchased a culture of springtails and have been maintaining it pretty well, actually. I've been able to put some in every terrarium I've made since I bought them, and there's still a good number of them, so I'm pretty confident that I'm maintaining their numbers well, and I'm excited about it. As far as the isopods, they breed a little slower, so I haven't been as generous about putting them in as many terrariums. I've saved them for the larger ones that might need a little bit more of a cleanup crew, you know? Alright, let's see. I want to get this stuff hanging off the sides here. Let's give this a snippety snip right there. Oh, I cut off a little one too. Oops. There we go. There's the side hanger. All right. I get this one in there. Very happy with how this is coming out. Alright, I've got a couple more. Like I said, I want to do at least another row of said unknown plant. Just having a brain fart day, can't remember what it's called. And I'd like to use the last few rows to do something else. I have a couple other plants I'd like to try and split up, you know? This is not a great piece for this. It's okay. There's a couple on here we can use. We'll go right there. We'll go right there. And right there. This one I'm actually going to stick right on top right here because it's got some roots sticking out of the bottom already. So I'm just going to place that one in the soil, or on it, and kind of let it do its thing. All right, let's get these guys planted. Remove some leaves. And into the soil we go. Okay. And then we're gonna remove a couple leaves. And into the soil we go. Am I gonna make an Etsy account? I want to, right? I would love to be able to sell and ship things all over the place. I'm just not there yet. You know what I mean? Like, I would love to be there, but I'm just getting started and I'm figuring it out as I go. Honestly, this was all kind of spur of the moment. Life gave me the chance to try something, and here I am. Right? And I appreciate all the support that you guys have been giving me this far. Into the soil. Let's get one more right for the front here. Let's get these watered down. Okay. Awesome. So we have 14 little more spots to get planted. What are we gonna split up next? Let me see what I've got. You know, I have this creeping fig. I would love to split this guy up. Let's get this going, shall we? See this little creeping fig? I'm gonna literally just cut this guy in half. Pluck one leaf off. And we're just gonna kind of shove it down. All right, we want it down. We want this guy throwing out roots like that. See those little guys on the bottom there? Come on, stay in focus. You can do it. There we go. See those little roots? I'm gonna go ahead and just get those into the soil. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, so we got a couple creeping figs. We grab another one. Do I have any else throwing roots off anywhere? Oh, we got a good one. Check this out. Look at this guy. Roots along the whole thing. So I can do this. I'm going to go a little chop right there. A little... Let's do an individual chop right there. And we'll split this guy in half because it's a newer one. And we'll go right there. Alright. I got some roots. We're just going to shove those roots down into the soil. Same thing here. We got some roots. And shove them down. Right? And then we just wet it. It helps. Same thing here, you got a couple roots. And same thing here, you got a couple roots. Right? And then bam. Alright. So that's pretty cool. That might be the easiest propagation at anything I do. So we'll leave that at 6 just because it's not like a plant that I need to propagate much of. And then, because I, again, love this plant in my terrariums, we're going to try and propagate some Fritonia of a different color. I have this guy here from another plant that's almost dead, but it's still fighting. So we're gonna help it out a little bit and give it something to fight for. I'm gonna get you down in there, nice and buried. All right, good. Let's save the other half. As you can see here, I'm trying to show you, it came off a much larger stem, but the plant is about dead. So we're going to try and save what we can. Get this hair off of it. What is that? All right. It looks like there's a little root on there actually. So this guy might actually be able to pull it off. We'll see. Two more plants to go. Oh, I have 2 more of those now. That's good. Let's see how long we can keep it alive. All right. What else do we have? You know what we did have, which I'm kind of curious about. I have moss that I picked. It has some mystery plants growing through it. Like this guy here. No clue what it is. It's just growing out of my moss. Let's throw it in the ground and see what it does. Love mystery plants. There's a couple others, but we'll just see where that one goes. All right. Looking good. I'm happy. Oh, that one needs more soil. Holy crap. Okay. What else? What else? What else? Damn. I don't know what I have left to propagate. What about my old seed starter? Anything? Anything in here that could use splitting? No, we're all looking really freaking healthy. Okay. It's all right. We have other stuff. We can go back. To the Fritonia. Which means I didn't need to do that. Dumb, dumb, dumb. Okay. We're back. Okay, let's see. I've seen people do all kinds of crazy stuff with these, so let's see if we can't get something weird to grow. Some weird cutting or trimming, right? Can you see any other? Oh, here we go. That's a good one right here. Perfect. And just shove that into the soil. Perfect. Two more. We can just finish it off with this guy. We can find two more plants in here, can't we? Oh, there's one. All right, well, I don't think anybody's left watching. Everybody left, but just going to give you a quick look through of what we did today. You can see the Fritonia cuttings, my, I don't remember what it's called, cuttings, some creeping fig, our mystery plant, and then more Fritonia. Alright, it all gets covered up. This awesome lid. Oh, hang on. Plant's in the way. It's covered with this awesome lid with built-in holders for grow lights, which I will be putting in very shortly, and will look. Oh, Melissa Trader, thank you for saying hi. Sorry, you're tuning in just as I'm getting ready to get off. I'm kind of just showing off my old stuff here. You can see here my old propagation box and how it's doing. Got some things that did well, some things that didn't do as well. But you can see, look at these plants just throw off roots everywhere. Alright, so they have no problem multiplying in humid environments. Well, that guy's got new growth. Sweet. Alright, so you can see how it works. And it does work well. Alright, so thank you guys for tuning in. Hope everybody enjoyed kind of watching me stumble through this. And yeah, have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday.